born. I was actually thinking about this exact episode of the podcast when I was born.
When you were born? Yeah, I figured that was the way it was going to go. Welcome back to the, what was I calling it? The 920-something things you missed.
Mm-hmm.
Pick It and Flick It podcast. My name is Vaux.
I'm Luke.
And we are discussing yet again, every Friday,
The Mandalorian.
Imagine that.
Season 2.
It's like we're Star Wars fans or
Chapter 12, The Siege.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't pay
I
attention.
realized we haven't really been saying the episode titles as if anyone wouldn't be able to figure it out. But yeah, this one's called The Siege.
I don't ever really pay attention, I'll be honest with you, because I'm just ready for the episode.
Yeah.
And so far, and we're knocking on the wood here, we said it last time,
Yeah.
we'll say it again, this show has done nothing but impress me every time we start a new episode.
I would say yes and no.
Well, season 1 has its a couple up and down moments, but
yeah, but more so, I mean, because of, I'm sure what we'll get into a little bit later, is we've been predicting quite a bit of what's going to happen pretty closely to how it happens.
And I want to be clear on that for the 12 people that'll watch this.
Yeah.
I don't really go and watch other YouTubers until after we record.
Especially not ones that come out so soon.
Yeah, because I mean, they do day of parties where they stream on whatever. I don't know.
I'm really impressed
YouTube,
how these bigger channels can get that out with pretty good editing. It takes me a while.
Do you watch Star Wars Theory at all?
No.
I don't know if you watch any Star Wars
No,
YouTube channels.
I don't.
Star Wars Theory is really cool.
Besides Red Letter Media.
His voice annoys the shit out of me, but he's got really good concepts. The thing is, he released a new episode for this episode, and I'm refraining from watching that.
Right.
But I did do a little bit of research because there is a part that starts in this episode near the end that just had me mind-boggled.
Yeah, so. I have quite a few questions, which, as you know, is my thing.
Yes.
Is I never know what's going on until I do.
Right.
And that's how we do things around here. So I'd say let's just fucking dive right in. Carl Weathers directed this bad boy.
Imagine
Shout
that.
out to him. You know, Apollo Creed and Al Dillon, two of my favorites of all time.
Is this his first episode directing?
As far as I know.
I can't recall seeing directed by Carl Weathers.
Then again, I can't really remember anyone who directed from season 1 besides Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I know Jon Favreau did the pilot, right?
Probably. And I know, obviously, Taika Waititi, I think, did the...
yeah, he did something.
He did 2 episodes. He did the one with IG-11, because obviously that's him voicing. But he also did the episode where they go and rescue, the heist episode.
Oh, that was I think that was my favorite of the whole with
absolutely.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone kind of thought that was a weird episode, and it didn't do really good on the rating-wise, but... I'm all about it.
Didn't?
I'm all about it.
That was probably my favorite episode.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
You know who the devil guy was, right? That's Mr. Krabs. That's Clancy Brown.
Yeah, and then the other chick was in Game of Thrones.
She looks like
Harry Potter.
the one, the Jedi lady that is coming in hot.
Ahsoka Tano?
Sure.
Or Asayla, is it?
Ahsoka Toa.
No, it's Sayla Kura or something like that. The other Twi'lek from Clone Wars. She's
what
blue.
the fuck are you?
Sayla Kura? Something like that. I can't
To
remember.
anybody just popping in, I don't know anything about the extended universe, so I Vox is saying gobbledygook.
Oh, yeah.
to me
Where's
right
your
now.
disclaimer? You got to read your disclaimer.
Oh, I
in the
didn't.
beginning.
Did I do that last time?
Yeah, you
I
gotta give
hold
the
on.
disclaimer.
I have my notes for the season all in one file.
So do I. Yeah.
Disclaimer: I am not a Star Wars fan outside of the theatrical movies. I don't know anything outside of I think there are 12
Movies
and 2 holiday specials now.
Ugh.
Other than that, I don't know fucking anything. So Vox comes in hot.
So you're welcome.
And helps me out because I don't know.
You're welcome. Yeah, I try my best. I'm not the biggest dude, but
Yeah.
I know. So this episode starts pretty hot. We were just talking last week that we wanted to see Carl Weathers' character again.
Because
we wanted
do.
to see wrestler chick. What's her name?
Grief Karga and Cara Dune. I know their names now.
I'm so proud of you.
They're real characters.
I really like Cara Dune. I really like her.
Yeah.
She's so cool, man.
So here's something I have to ask you then. First question.
Okay.
I read today that little bit at the end with her talking and her getting that. People are saying that might be a lead into a spin-off show of her.
I haven't heard anything, but I wouldn't be mad.
I don't know. I don't know if she's got enough there.
What I do know about her is that she is an anti-SJW slayer, man. She hates.
Oh, you're talking about the actress.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know anything about the actors or actresses outside of that they're in it.
Hates the people that are going like balls to the wall. There's not enough female presence in Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
A big thing that
the Laura Dern's character from The Last Jedi, if you will.
Yeah.
With the purple hair.
Yeah. I mean, kind of, yeah.
Same thing.
Anyways, I guess there was some famous person of some sorts who has some kind of following, 65,500 on Twitter, whatever, tweeted during the first season that there was not a single female character in episode 1 of The Mandalorian, which is a fucking lie because we have the Forger, who is the one who makes the armor.
This is the way.
And she's a fucking female, and that kind of goes back to the last episode.
She might be the coolest in the whole episode.
I know. And that kind of goes back to...
She kind of started to piss me off, though.
Yeah, she's annoying. Yeah,
I got sick of it.
But that goes back to, like, the boob armor argument. It's like,
what
are you talking about?
I forgot. That was 2 weeks ago, and it feels like 10 years ago.
I know.
Was that?
But can we just fucking stop with the, there's not enough blacks, there's not enough Asians, there's not enough women in things, and just enjoy...
Which is crazy because these new Star Wars have been more diverse than
very diverse.
Ever before. Do you remember the times when the entire galaxy was either an alien or white or Billy D. Williams?
Or one black man.
That was all you got.
But you know what's funny? I don't care if a character is gay. I don't care if a character is black. I don't care if a character is Asian or an alien.
If they're a good character, I care about. You'll connect with them regardless.
Not to get on, the kind of political spiel side of things.
This is just how I feel about the state of movies.
Just anything.
Because I care 100 times more for Jules in Pulp Fiction than I do for who the fuck, General Hux.
Yeah,
he's a white guy.
Yeah, white.
I don't give a fuck about him. It doesn't matter.
And I can make fun of him because I'm a ginger. So
yeah, he got the shit end of the stick, and he was like foaming at the mouth bad guy in the first one,
and then he really
bitch sidekick in the second one, just like everyone else in The Last Jedi, and then he just gets fucking shot because he turned out to be a mole.
He's a rat. Yeah.
What?
But going to what I was saying is the gal who plays Cara Dune,
Gina or something.
Yeah,
right? Isn't that her name?
I guess she went back and kind of was like, listen, stop being so we want women in things and just appreciate what's going on.
It doesn't make any sense.
If they do a spin-off with her, I would like to see more of her background than anything else. Her as a shock trooper, are you kidding me?
Shock trooper.
Awesome.
I just looked up what those were today because I thought they were just the same as stormtroopers.
No.
They got like the red armor going. Okay, so they looked pretty cool.
They're badass.
Okay.
And we'll get into more of the different breakdowns of the stormtroopers, clone troopers in a bit.
Because I have several questions about the end of this episode.
We have a lot of things. So
let's jump back to the begging.
Yes.
What do we start this episode off with?
Well, we kind of see...
a cute little gag.
Yeah, of course.
My note was that this perfectly encapsulates how anything would go when I would help my dad fix anything.
Yes.
Except for there would be a lot more yelling.
I'm not even mad that they did that.
No, because my second note was that it ended right when it was about to get annoying.
Yes.
Like you got just enough, no, that wire. Because that's obviously like been done to death, that joke.
Sure. And it's Disney.
I literally thought back to another Disney thing, Guardians 2 with Groot and the death button or whatever.
Red button. Not that button. Don't push the red button.
Both this and that ride that fine line. I guess they really must focus group the fuck out of these first, because right when I start to think, okay, wrap this joke up, they end it.
Yeah, I think they have to, because they've gotten to a point now where you can't crack a too many jokes in a semi-serious movie or
maybe I also
TV
just
show.
Liked it because it was the first time Baby Yoda has done anything this season besides eat.
Yeah.
He was actually doing something, so good for him.
Didn't take long for him to go back to the eating, though.
We'll get to that very shortly.
So I liked that. I thought it was pretty cool. Going back to it, I have a feeling that Navarro is going to become the new Tatooine. I have a feeling we're going to keep going back there because that's where we see him start.
I was thinking that could be it for that, too. Then again, they brought Tatooine again after I said we didn't need it.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get it again.
We're going to go back there.
Maybe it'll be Jakku next time. Remember that?
I like Jakku, though.
It's just Tatooine again.
Yeah, but it was.
But it had a Star Destroyer crest
Yeah, it was
on
cool.
it.
It was cool.
Oh
It was
my
cool.
God.
So, anyways, we go back to Navarro and we see Cara Dune beating the living dog
Out of the guys
shit.
with the balls on.
Yeah.
You'll be dead, guy's friend.
Yeah, his friend.
Not him.
He doesn't like you.
I don't like you either. That guy who didn't like Luke Skywalker apparently has more people that look like him, and they were gonna kill whatever that fucking weasel thing was.
Well, I want to tell you about the weasel thing. I'm glad you brought it up.
I loved how bad the puppet looked.
Oh, it was so good.
It reminded me of literally something out of the cantina scene.
To be honest with you,
it just looked really bad.
Tasha's first thing was like, wow, that looks bad. Why didn't they just use a real weasel, or why didn't they just CGI it?
And God damn it, don't say that.
And I said for two reasons. Number one, because CGI is corny as fuck.
And expensive.
And corny as fuck.
And expensive.
The second reason is because you can't get a weasel to rub against you like that in the perfect scene.
Or hold it like you're going to chop off its head without it trying to fucking kill you.
So that's actually, if I'm recalling correctly, it's called a lava mirrat. If I'm recalling.
Have we seen them before?
Only one time, I think, in another episode in season 1, and it's real fast. But here's the big thing about it.
Okay, so these weren't womp rats, which we've heard a lot about.
Yeah.
I still don't know what those look like.
I don't think I do either.
Okay.
But no, the lava mirrats, please excuse me if that is not correct. However, here's something real cool about that scene that you don't pick up on.
Okay.
Okay. Those things breathe fire. All right. You don't see that in the show.
I think you told me that.
Those things breathe fire. But
Wow.
here's the crazy part. Do you watch the credits?
It's not past directed by. That's usually when I click off.
You should watch the credits because the concept art reveals a lot of things.
That's what you were telling me.
Yeah.
You told me that like a few days ago.
There is a concept art that shows that guy holding it up, and it's breathing fire on its face. They put that in the show, but you don't see the fire part. You only see the last guy with the balls on his face that stands up, and she shoots. When he falls down, the side of his face is all
burned?
scorched.
Oh, did they cut it out?
I don't think they had the CGI or the money to do that and wreck a costume.
Oh,
They
come
just
on. All you
made
needed was a lighter and a fucking aerosol can.
Yeah, but you're destroying stuff. So
well, you already destroyed it. It's
I get it. I get it.
Okay.
Anyway, so it was real. That was
Moving
a nod.
on.
That was a nod. I really liked that. I was like, hey, that's cool. Like I wondered. I was like, that guy's face is all burned up, and then I didn't pick up on it until we watched
I didn't
the
even
credits.
pick up on it.
Right. So that was cool.
Okay.
I like that. The school scene.
Oh, we're jumping way ahead.
That's
First,
not really that far ahead.
right, well, I wanted to say as soon as we saw the
Blue
gang.
Man. Blue Man. Yeah.
No, we're gonna get to Blue Man.
Fuck Blue Man.
No, when we first see Grief Karga, right?
Sure.
And Cara Dune.
Cara Dune, yeah.
Got him.
Got him.
Lock him in.
Proud of you.
I'm not sure if I've made this joke already. I'm sure I have.
Okay.
But man, did Stallone fuck up killing Apollo Creed in Rocky 4.
Oh.
Because my boy looks great.
He
Okay?
does. He's a good-looking dude.
Literally, aside from a little white in the beard, you could throw him back in the ring tomorrow. So, I'm really pissed that I'll never get to see Grandpa Creed because that's what I started to think when he was talking to Baby Yoda.
Oh, okay. Oh, here's the other thing. To jump back just a little bit.
Yeah.
We see Mando lift up his helmet a little bit.
And they didn't seize that opportunity to show his face, which I was proud of them.
And I know we talked about this in the previous episodes. He's kind of making a hissy fit about, not showing his face enough. But we've already seen Mandalorians take off their helmets. So maybe he's giving kind of like in a character development way, giving kind of a little bit of a leeway saying, well, maybe not.
Well, I mean, he's still got to eat. I don't know. I hope they don't show his face anymore because I have a note later on about a scene later on that will solidify that for me. And I will no longer have to defend mask on Mando. Hashtag. Did I just make that up? Probably.
Okay. So moving forward to the school scene, which is straight up annoying to me.
I got a Grinch vibe like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
That's my note.
That's good.
I got a Grinch vibe because they started to gossip. I'm thinking,
good.
don't fuck with him or he'll
force squish your brain.
He'll get you.
And he just really wanted them.
That little kid was such a cunt for just not giving up the cookies.
But
he had a whole sleeve left. He could have gave one to Baby Yoda.
But I mean, if Baby Yoda was sitting next to me straight up, but if it was little Billy, the guy that I want to punch in the face every day, and he's asking me, I would have said the same thing.
Yeah, but he's
no.
brand new. He's also green, so I don't know.
And he was the only alien there.
Napoleon, give me some of your tots.
That's a good one too. Good deep cuts.
Deep cuts.
Oh man, you and your fucking deep cuts.
Well, Jon Favreau says it, so fuck you.
It kind of reminds me of like what Mon Mothma was doing in was that in Empire?
What?
When she's like standing in front of the screens, like pointing at everything. You know who Mon Mothma is?
Yeah, I think she's in the first Star Wars. I think she's the.
Oh, maybe.
I think there's only 3 females in the entire first Star Wars.
And it's the redheaded chick, Leia, and
Bernie McAnt. Aunt
oof,
Beru.
Oof.
Burning Beru, yeah.
Oh, no. So that kind of gave me a little bit of vibe on that. And I think that it was either Empire or Return of the Jedi, where she's like giving instructions.
And you know what? They didn't. I was listening this time because you know me, I'm pro subtitle.
Mm-hmm.
So they sometimes give like a little bit of what the background person's saying, and they were saying, "Do you know what's the fastest blah 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 route?" Yeah. I was thinking in my head, "Don't fucking say the Kessel Run, or I'm going to die."
Oh yeah.
And they didn't, and I was so proud of them.
I think they actually said Hessian Prime.
Yeah, they said something like that.
Do you know what Hessian Prime is?
Sounds like an energy drink.
It was. Kind of does.
Yeah.
It was destroyed by Starkiller Base in Force Awakens.
Interesting. So it was one of those. Okay.
Yeah, kind of. So it was the opposite of Kessel Run. It was more like, we're going to the future now. So.
Okay. Well, I'm not mad about that because everyone knows that the Millennium Falcon can make the Kessel Run less than 12 parsecs.
Right.
And when they fucking say that again,
I'm gonna lose it.
And
that was a stupid thing they did in Solo too. That was not as cool as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be more like drag racing. But instead they're running away from a giant space worm.
Which we had pod racing, and that was pretty okay.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah, we could have done that again.
I'm
but
not
anyway,
mad about it.
Speaking of shit that pissed me off, this fucking blue Patton Oswalt looking motherfucker, who I was so glad didn't we talk about this?
Yes.
Either on the podcast or
it
to
was
each other.
on the podcast. It was deleted.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So we had one originally for the first season, and I said then that I was so glad that they didn't keep the blue guy around after the initial sting. I thought, fuck, he's going to try to be like this annoying Chris Tuckery, quippy sidekick, and Mando's going to be all super serious and not want to deal with it. And I thought, fuck, I already hate this show. And then they ditched him, and I was so happy that he never came back.
And you
here
jinxed
he
it
is.
because he's back doing exactly what you didn't want him to do. Because he's such a
doesn't
pussy,
he look
man.
like Patton Oswalt?
A little bit, yeah.
Literally, that's who I thought he was.
Here's the other thing, too. I don't know if you caught this. He was totally selling out Mando. Like, he was reporting that this thing was coming in and it wasn't reading right. And right as he was about to say, I think it's piloted by a Mandalorian, Carl Weathers walks in and was like, "What's up, green bitch?" Or blue bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, and so that's why he inked all over the place, because he was caught in the
That
act.
was kind of... I'll give him one when we get to it. He's got one.
I don't like that they had him...
Oh, no, he's got one funny bit later on.
I'm not about it. Speaking of, like, right before that, did you catch there was a statue of IG-11?
I saw it afterwards.
On your second run?
On Facebook, I think. I saw
okay,
it.
that's right.
Someone took a still of it.
That's what I saw it too.
Maybe you reposted.
It wasn't me, but
okay,
I did see that.
Yeah,
which is funny.
Is very interesting to me.
Yeah. So, that's.
So let's jump into. They're already in this. What they thought was an Imperial base.
Yes. Doing a little bit of a raid heist.
And one of my favorite cringy bits from this episode was when Grief Karga, see, I'm not going to call him Carl Weathers,
okay,
holds up that fucking cylinder and says something like, "It's a code cylinder. We'll need that later." And then 5 seconds later, they use it once and it's never talked about again. So I wrote on this watch, you know what they say in film school? If you introduce a code cylinder in the first act, execute it 5 seconds later. Like, I thought that was...
I learned that, so...
So you know me, in my head, I'm thinking of better ways they could have done that. I was thinking, like, on that speeder bike chase, which I thought was really good with the TIE fighters.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I thought he was going to, after their turret gun gets blown up, that he was going to need that to, like, I don't know, eject that so it doesn't blow up the rest of the ship or something. Instead, it's just nothing.
It's just, it just melts the place down. That's all it does.
Whoops. Did Gina, last name, get more muscular? That was a note I had.
I don't think she got more muscular. I think she just gained a little bit of weight.
Okay, because she looked a lot more muscular.
I'm wondering if she's pregnant or something. But
okay, well that's not. I was kind of going the opposite way.
Yeah.
I didn't think she looked bigger. I just thought she looked more muscular.
To be honest, we see full body shots for the first time of her, and she's a short little thing.
Is she?
Yeah, she's got short little legs. So I'm wondering if either Carl Weathers is super short or they're putting her on a stilt because
she might have an apple box situation.
Yeah, because she is a short little thing when she's running behind to the ship when they're trying to escape. She's dinky.
Okay.
And she's got a fat ass.
Yeah?
Tasha and I talked about that. I'm like, she reminds me of you. She's short and like has a real fat ass.
Is that so?
Yep.
How did she fit into the scout shock trooper armor?
Yeah, I don't know.
Answer that, Filoni.
Yeah, bitch. How do you like the butt armor?
The butt gate.
Yeah.
Mandalorian butt gate is coming in hot.
So what did you? I mean, there's not too much. It's just action. I mean, there's like a huge section.
It's more of the same. And what do you think I'm gonna say?
I don't know. Tell me, cowboy.
This was a better team up movie.
Yes,
than
Rogue One. I get it. I do have one negative in this part here. You can tell when the CGI kicks in. It looks nice once it's going through like the scene, but you can tell when it kicks in because the stormtrooper, when they come, let's see. The ship transport runs them over. They jump off, smash the speeder on the ground, and start taking off.
Yeah.
They come back up to show the guys getting on the speeder bikes. That's all CGI. The troop turning around, it looks like a bad video game.
Okay.
If you go back and watch it again, watch that helmet. It's blocky as a motherfucker. So it's not even real people standing there. That's all CGI, especially when they jump off and on the speeder bikes. Which was awesome as fuck.
Well, yeah, because before we do that, I liked that they mentioned the universe's lack of guardrails because that's been a bit for a long time.
Forever. Even Family Guy did that.
Yeah, so
there's not even a guardrail here.
Which doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Why are the pits so fucking large? Where do they go?
I love that that section in that scene in the Star Wars on Family Guy because he's like, there's not even a guardrail there, and the other guy goes, yeah, they said they didn't want us leaning all day. It's like, what?
Well, yeah, because I don't know if you know this, but if you lean on those, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're gonna. I'm
surprised Obi-Wan's old feeble bones didn't fucking cause him to tumble.
Just tumble.
Because remember, after he gets on the Death Star, that's all he does until he dies.
Yes. Yep. That's
Such a cool character.
What a way to go.
Anyway.
He is a great character.
Yeah, I love Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Hello there.
So anyways, the speeder bike scene, pretty awesome. Really good use of CGI, like I said, once we get past the pan from that stormtrooper.
Well,
that looked bad.
You're completely skipping over my favorite scene in the entire episode.
Uh-oh.
Was, first of all, here's my blue, I'll give the blue guy one. He made me giggle when after they came in the room and they shot the guys, he says, pardon me, and throws their body.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going
to. That's right. I do remember that.
That was funny. That was some shit I would have said, and it made me laugh like more uncomfortably than it should have.
That was funny. I do remember that.
But when they're watching the message and whatever, it was a very well done and intense scene with like really good music stings, and like I said, Mando's face was completely expressive, and literally just him tilting his head and moving it like just a little bit in certain ways.
Yep.
I knew exactly what he was feeling. I knew exactly what was going on, and I felt the same way because we're all thinking, "Oh shit, his boy is under attack."
He's getting
pissed. And my note was Mando busted into dad mode and was gone.
Yeah. So I was going to go back to that message after we start unveiling the end of this because I think there's some key things that get kind of...
Before I forget, was the scientist that's in that message, is he dead? Did he get killed?
No, because
with Werner Herzog. He
wasn't
wasn't there?
Remember, that was... They said specifically in there, that message was sent 3 days prior to this episode.
Okay. So he's still
rocking.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even think about it. Because all I could think was Werner Herzog. I'm still mad they killed him off because I love his voice.
Yeah.
He's aspiration. I can't even do it.
I know.
Don't let me do it.
Let's just jump to that portion because I feel like that's going to be the wrap of this episode because we're going to talk for a hot minute on this.
I said Blue Man Group's guy
Yes.
I don't know his name. I don't care.
I don't care his name.
His speeder had a better arc than Finn after TFA. That was a real note I had. Because remember, he says in the pilot, I can get you a speeder. I have a speeder bike. And the speeder bike shows up, and then it dies.
Yeah, oof.
Sorry, Finn. John Boyega.
So we see some more action. We see
dirty.
some more TIE fighter bullshit, and they make it out with the Razor Crest saving the day, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I thought that was
hooray.
really cool.
And then the best part of this episode comes in.
Which was him just not even saying bye to his friends. He's just gone with Baby Yoda.
The best part, obviously, being Baby Yoda's blue puke, but... okay, when Baby Yoda puts his hands up when they're spinning, I lost my shit.
You had a nerdgasm?
I know that Baby Yoda is in this fucking series right now, especially in Season 2, for comic and cute relief and merchandise. Get that. I get it.
Dude,
but goddamn.
You could teach in school the difference that they did with, the Porg? You remember that fucking...
Oh, fuck the Porgs.
They wanted that to be a hit so bad.
Oh, they pushed them.
No.
Everywhere.
Nowhere.
They pushed them
Nobody
everywhere.
cared. Baby Yoda came out with just some big black eyes and caught the world.
It wasn't... Do you remember the reveal of Baby Yoda?
It was the end of the first episode.
With the single finger.
Literally E.T. that motherfucker.
Are you
You're
shitting
in.
me?
Done.
Oh my god. And Porgs, we knew the Porgs existed before the movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
I remember when I watched that Last Jedi trailer and I saw the Porg with Chewbacca. I said, what the fuck?
I know. I was pissed about that.
Um.
So, anyways, we're going to move...
before we get into my boy Moff.
I love Baby Yoda so much. I'm just thinking about that.
He was... Now I'm thinking...
His hands up.
when's Disneyland going to make a Razor Crest ride?
Please.
It's coming.
Give it
you
to
know
me.
it's in...
Give
if
it to
the world
me.
ever opens back up and we can ever do that again.
Let me in! I want it so
You're going to
bad,
Eric
man.
Andre yourself
Yeah,
on the fence
just
outside.
On the fence.
Real quick before we get into Moff, I did like the X-Wing pilot's talk with Kara.
Okay, and it's nice that they're bringing back recurring characters that are just
that was the
there.
same guy?
It's the same guy.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't even know.
Because he took off his helmet.
He's the only bald white guy we've seen in the whole show.
He's not white. He's Asian.
Right. I don't see... I'm colorblind.
Oh, no.
Michael
Keep going.
Scott.
Keep going. Yep, I hear you.
But it was kind of stupid to ask if she lost anybody when 5 seconds earlier she said she's from Alderaan. Like, no shit. What did you think?
The planet blew up, you fucking asshole.
What did you think? All of her friends just up and left? Like, what?
Tosh didn't get that reference, so I explained that was the first planet that was destroyed by the Death
What?
Star,
That was my Princess Leia.
And she was like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
But I was like, that was a dumb question to ask because the entire planet
just
was
vaporized
by the Death Star. What kind of dumbass question is that? I don't even want to go into Moff Tarkin. Is it Moff Tarkin?
Moff Gideon.
Gideon, I'm sorry.
Gus Fring.
I said Tarkin, like General. Oh my god.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, Grand Moff Tarkin. So
he got blowed up on the Death Star.
Yeah. So rip. Good character.
Rip.
We're gonna go back to the message. So
Okay.
the message was talking about, and mind you, if
Right,
you don't know, this guy wears an insignia on his shoulder,
Which means what?
that is the exact same insignia from the cloners on Kamino, who created all of the clones.
All of Jango Fett's babies.
Yes.
Okay.
So obviously he's a cloner, which
Yeah.
we get even more into in this episode. We've known this since season 1. Us hardcore nerds are like, okay, he's a cloner. He's obviously trying to take Baby Yoda's blood to clone him. That's what we assumed.
Yeah.
However, we get into a point where in this message he says that the subject is so small he could only get so much blood without killing
So they
him.
were talking about the child the whole time.
I'm
Yay
going to
or
assume.
nay?
I'm going to assume
'Cause
yes.
It was
Absolutely.
like, it's what I feel like most good Star Wars does, where it felt like it rided that line of like, just enough what's going on to
Right.
understand,
Right.
but they put some outlandish shit out there.
And that's
So
supposed
I
to
didn't-
be that way.
Yeah, so I didn't know if they were talking about just the child or if they've been experimenting with other people with the midichlorian count, which, if you notice, they didn't even say it. They won't even say it.
M count.
M count.
M count.
We'll never hear that spoken out loud ever again.
I noticed that instantly. I was like, they're going to use this because it's lore, but they do not
which is
want to
one
make that
piece.
mistake.
Yeah, one piece of lore that I understood.
Right.
Thumbs
so
up.
what we know is that the like if we're gonna go back, the midichlorian count from Anakin was
Is-
double what Yoda's was, but that doesn't mean he's powerful. It just means that the Force surrounds him.
Is very strong.
Is heavily.
They said, I believe, that Anakin was supposed to be the strongest ever.
Yes, but
until Rey.
Well, it's not even that.
No, Rey's stronger now. Canon.
Yeah, who cares? The thing that you have to understand as far as the legend side goes is it's how you train in like figure your mind out.
Isn't it because the dark side of the Force is a lot? You can get more powerful. That's why a lot of people turn.
It's just easier to succumb to. And someone who watched the Clone Wars TV show in the last season,
which I have not.
Yoda goes to this planet and meets the Force, and they're actually like these 5 beings that are kind of
they're called the Way or some shit,
something like that. I didn't care enough to.
I know about
attention.
that because I saw a video talking about what George Lucas's idea for 789 was.
Yeah,
was they were going to introduce.
There it is.
There it is. Yes. Fuck. Introduce how the Force works with like mirrors and shit, and that was going to explain how Palpatine was still alive, which is something they took, but then they didn't take.
They kind of inspired from that. So what it is, it's kind of like the 5 are like the sorrow and the joy and the anger and the sadness. It's kind of like that. So each one of their faces have a different expression on it, and they're kind of like these glowing,
like the
beings.
theater, like happy face, sad face. Okay,
yeah, kind of like that. Anyways, they train him and show like how he can become a Force ghost, who obviously then goes back and explains to Qui-Gon Jinn. So Yoda explains to Qui-Gon Jinn how to do it, blah, blah. Or vice versa. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But the fact is that they're trying to do exactly what they did to General Grievous. They're trying to inject midichlorian blood, Force-sensitive beings' blood, into non-Force-sensitive beings.
So like robots
to make them,
and droids.
Possibly. So what happens, and this is Legends.
Okay, then I have a fresh question.
Okay.
In addition to my later questions.
Got it.
Could that be what those stormtroopers are looking like?
We're going to get there.
Okay.
We're going to get there.
Because I have other questions about that, but
yes.
since you just said that got me thinking.
We're going to get there.
Okay.
So this is
because my boy Moff was very, very confident that he was going to be ready. They just lost a war twice.
Yeah.
And my boy is still cracking a smirk that made me very scared.
So, this is not canon. I've said it 3 times now. Not canon 4 times. It's in Legends. It's in a comic book. We've never
Which
seen
wasn't
it on
that
screen.
canon and then it was wiped?
Yeah,
okay.
Yes and no. But it's now classified as Legends. Grievous, long story short, was some alien dude. They had a war, okay? Alien versus alien.
Like a RoboCop situation where
he was not a robot. He was just an alien, okay?
Oh, he just looked... I thought
No. He was an organic being.
No, but I'm saying he got like killed and then put into the robot
pretty
body.
Much.
That's okay. So RoboCop.
Yeah. Long story short, they fought. He hated people. He hated the Sith. He hated the Jedis. He hated the Republic. He hated.
But
the
he
Separatists.
loved collecting lightsabers.
No, that was way after. Anyways, he gets fucked up. In an explosion in a ship. Count Dooku goes because Palpatine started figuring out that he was.
He had a curved,
shit.
hilted lightsaber. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. Count Dooku was a badass.
Count Dooku got his head cut off.
Yeah, but he was still a badass. Don't fuck.
I don't know. He kind of got his death was kind of weak.
Yeah, it was. You're right. But so, anyways, Count Dooku blows up the ship, pretends that it's something else, recruits what's left of Grievous, who went by some alien name.
General Grievous is such a shitty name.
I know. And anyways, they rebuilt him as a fucking cyborg and gave him a metallic exoskeleton.
Okay.
Fucked with his
I have a
brain.
new appreciation that now that I know he's Star Wars RoboCop.
Yeah. He's got they fucked with his brain a little bit to make him hate Jedi even more. He joins underneath Count Dooku and slays people. End of story.
Is he the only... He's the only character I can think of, at least, who is a Sith. Or he's not even a Sith.
Nah, he's just a commander.
Bad guy who uses...
lightsabers.
The blue and green lightsabers.
Yeah, I mean,
you know how it's like you got the good guy colors and then every bad guy's red.
Red. Well, he just takes those because he steals them
from the
Jedi.
dead Jedi.
He
right.
Kills, and he's not sworn in.
I was going to say, is he the only one? He's the only one I can think of that does that.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So, anyways,
but I have several questions.
We've seen. Hold them. Let me continue.
Because I was going to say, how do you want to do it?
Hold them just for a minute.
I'm going to hold them right here.
We've seen them inject. Oh, he was Sifo-Dyas. He was mentioned one time in the fucking... He's the one who started...
That sounds like a disease.
He's the one who started the clone initiative. Master Sifo-Dyas.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
He dies.
Uh-huh.
They take his blood and inject it into Grievous in hopes to make him Force sensitive, so he'd be a Force sensitive fucking robot.
Okay, so we have seen before canonly.
Non-canon.
That's non-canon.
Non-canon.
Is General Grievous's backstory canon?
No.
Oh, so
We
he's
don't
just a
know-
robot then.
We don't know canon-wise how that happened. We're just going to assume.
Because
but-
now that it seems like that's the same kind of bit. Because obviously
yeah.
the child
It's so
is too
confusing.
small to. Because, when they test stuff, if
Yeah.
you know how they need a lot.
It's so
trial
confusing.
and error. Yeah.
So, anyways, my guess is that they took his blood and they're injecting it into someone because he says the volunteer. Now, who the fuck the volunteer is,
I don't
know. But here's a fun fact. We see blue tubes when they're looking around that has some crazy shit looking in it. And at that exact moment, a certain melody starts playing, which is known as Snoke's
That was
theme.
my note! Was that Baby Snoke?
Yes. So that's known as Snoke's theme from Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Don't tell me that.
Yes.
Don't say that's what's going to happen.
Yes. So those look to me like they're the beginning of the cloning of Snoke and or of Palpatine. But the fact of the matter is that they played Snoke's theme there, which gives
Are
me
you
the
sure?
leeway.
Is this
It's-
positive?
I'm positive.
Are you sure they're not just reusing it because it was cool and was...
I'm positive, man.
Okay, so
As
that
a
was...
random fan, I'm positive for sure.
Okay, so that, again... that fucking frazzled my mind, dude.
Yeah, dude. But they have to kind of do that.
No, they don't.
You're
They
right.
don't.
You're right. But the way that that they're trying to connect this to like the
So then that
overlying-
means my other prediction was right, that they're probably just going to try to salvage the shit show that they already did with, like, other stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Which sucks.
For sure. But they have to be able to tie it in because I guarantee Disney's saying, if you don't make these 3 movies at least somewhat relevant by
Yeah.
making this TV show
And-
great, you're fired.
And they've done the bare minimum so far, but
Right.
it seems like they're starting to dip their toe in. Okay, so that's only one of my many questions was that a baby Snoke or a Snoke
Yeah.
being grown? Like one of those, you remember those little pellets you'd put in the water and
yeah.
they'd grow a little guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
or
the baby
my
Snoke.
favorite one was like when you get the little cake and then you run it underwater and it turns into a fucking bath towel.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Oh, those are crazy.
That's
They
cool.
compress the bath towel so tightly it takes water to unfold it.
That's
Hit me
science.
with some questions that you
Okay.
had before we see the other things in this episode.
Because I have questions, predictions,
Let's hear some.
and my plot idea or I guess prediction.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll just
Okay.
go in order.
Yep.
First one, what's Moff Gideon got up his sleeve? What do you think's going on?
Okay, so that is the question I want to avoid. Let's save that.
Okay,
one for
so we'll
last.
save that
Yep,
one.
Yep.
Again, so before I thought about putting the blood of the child into these new troopers. That's a new idea that I could see going, but
We're gonna skip that question. Too.
Right, so
Yep.
my initial one was, are those going to be either really strong or hard to kill? Because one thing I've noticed is the stormtroopers have been getting taken out very easily, and I'm thinking maybe that'll be a real challenge for Mandalorian to take on, make it harder to defend the child.
It's definitely not going to be the Mandalorian fighting them.
No.
So I wanted to skip
Because I was
this.
thinking they were going to be the opposite of a stormtrooper.
I wanted to skip this, but since you're already kind of diving in, we'll go here.
Okay.
Moff Gideon up his sleeve is either one of two things.
Okay.
In those pods, leaning against
He's got
the
a very
wall-
nice mustache.
Yeah, he does. He's kind of leaning against the wall. It's either one of two things. One, dark troopers, which are really, really heavily armored stormtroopers. Like they can take lightsaber slices, I believe, if I'm recalling correctly.
So, like I said, difficult to kill as Mandalorian
Yeah.
himself. Because
Either-
he's been getting shot a lot with
yeah,
no
but
damage.
he's got the good armor.
I know,
so,
but I
yeah.
don't. I hate when
I feel you.
your character's too good.
So it's either A, dark troopers, or B, my worst fear. And this is when I said upstairs, if they go this route, I don't think I want to watch the show anymore. I can handle the Snoke thing because that's already.
I don't know if I can handle
That's
that.
already been.
That's
It's already been shit
stupid.
out. It's already been shit out. So I can handle that as part of the nerdgasm
Okay.
timeline. This specific thing is not, to my knowledge, canon yet. So if we see these things come into this show, it's officially canon, and that will make me no longer interested. They're called Shadow Troopers. and they are injected with force-sensitive blood to make them force-sensitive, and they also wield lightsabers.
What?
They're stormtroopers that wield lightsabers and are force-sensitive.
Oh, that's definitely what they're going to do.
Shadow troopers.
Oh, that's 100% what they're going to do.
So that's why I'm saying I don't think that these guys, if they are shadow troopers, I don't think they're going to be fighting Mando alone, because he's going to find Ahsoka. Can you imagine Ahsoka taking these motherfuckers out? No, you can't, because you've never seen the shows. But she's a badass, and I can see her doing that. Is that going to be cool? Sure. Do not ruin this fucking cowboy-esque Star Wars
because
Western.
I was just thinking that they could make those a stronger opponent, which would...
Yeah. I have a feeling that's why they're trying to get the blood, because they're injecting it either in A, Snoke, or B, Shadow Troopers.
So...
I'm sad about it. I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
So I guess on that note, do you want to just jump into my changed theory?
I want to hear your original one that you
okay, so I
know you were bragging about this.
that's my plot prediction, which we'll get to after.
Okay.
But
all right.
I wrote down or said also in an earlier episode that I thought Ahsoka,
you're trying.
Close enough.
I'm proud of you.
Is going to come in episode 7. That's going to be about her, and then 8's going to be the team up or whatever.
Sure.
I think I have to change that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I literally today, if I hadn't have read this, I wouldn't have changed that at all, because I could still see that being the direction it's going to take, but I think it's not. Okay.
All right.
I read something today that Dave Filoni is directing this week's episode. Dave Filoni, which we've already said in this episode, is the guy up there with Jon Favreau. He's the very tippy top.
Is he the one that wears the cowboy hat?
Probably.
He's the one that worked on King of the Hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so from what I read, which is very little, him and Jon Favreau have basically been the reason that this show has been successful. He has a very big knowledge of all the shit I don't know about. So... Okay.
There's a cowboy hat.
So it was him.
It's him. He worked on King of the Hill and SpongeBob, I think. No, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So he's
the man.
If he's directing
in Clone Wars,
he's the reason Ahsoka's coming in. There's no reason he's not.
Because
she's going to be introduced in this coming week.
He worked on Clone Wars, so that would make sense. Good fucking catch, dude. Good
I got
catch.
you. I'm learning.
That's good.
That's literally, I read that today and I said, there's no way in fuck this guy has been waiting a season and a half to get Ahsoka in live action. There's no reason he's not going to be the one to direct it.
I swear to fuck, people that are listening,
she's going to be in it on Friday.
If
that's what I'm saying.
Aren't listening to this episode and make it 43 minutes into it, I'm going to be super sad, because
it doesn't matter, because when we look back on this,
talking,
we'll be able to
man.
say we got it.
We're talking.
So that throws everything out the window, and I think I crafted what I would like to see with that newfound knowledge. So jumping back to episode 4 before we do that.
Yeah.
It was a very solid episode. It was short, leaves you wanting more. I'm excited to see what's next, and I think I'll enjoy this a lot more if I binge the whole season later on, because it seems like a very big stepping stone. Now we're going to get into a lot of plot stuff, I think.
Right. I hope the apocalypse doesn't come, because once this fucking season, or this series wraps up, this is going to be a good box set, man. This is going to be a good box set.
Well, the next, I'm sure whatever they end off with is going to be a tie into season 3, because I'm sure that got announced.
Sure.
I don't know.
It did, I believe.
I'd give this one, judging by our rating real quick, is thumbs up, thumbs down, pick, flick.
Yes.
Out of 10. I'd give this an 8 out of 10 and a pick for episode 4.
I'm also right with you. Sweet. We're on the same line.
I think we've done it the whole time.
Yeah, I was
which
thinking
is nice.
8 right away.
Yep. So do you want me to just run it down?
Give me your prediction. I want to hear this.
So this is not a lot, but it's a good little paragraph I wrote.
All right.
So Mando's on the hunt for Ahsoka, last name Tano. She's been cast. She's been confirmed in the season. Rosario Dawson, who I love, will be playing her.
She's going to be great. I'm so excited.
I don't know shit about Ahsoka. I found out today she has a white lightsaber.
So she's a gray Jedi.
Great. So she's got a little bit of... Okay.
So she left the Jedi Order, and she's not joining the Jedi Order, but she's kind of like, I'm still with you.
Yeah.
I'm still with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mando's going to go to whatever planet with whatever silly name they gave it, to where the Jedi are and where he's been searching for, okay?
Yes.
He's going to search, maybe fight something once or twice. We'll have a little bit of conflict. Maybe a ship will get fucked up again.
Yep.
Who knows? Mando's going to get beat up, or shit's going to fuck.
Yeah, okay.
His ship's going to break. and it's gonna seem like all hope is lost. Okay, he's gonna be right about to get taken over, killed. The child's about to get taken, and then from the blurry vision of the Mandalorian helmet, Ahsoka's gonna come out of fucking stage left and kill whatever bad guys in front of him, save Mandalorian and the child, and that's gonna be where we get into her backstory, giving just enough so idiots like me will know who she is and what she's about.
Yeah.
The end of the episode's gonna be, okay, here's the child, you'll have more. He's probably gonna leave. He's gonna leave. Right as he's leaving the atmosphere, Moff or some bad guy will either be shown coming down to the planet, or like give Mando like a video message like Moff has been doing.
Yep.
And Mando's going to be completely helpless, and it's going to cut to credits right as the threat's about to get to him.
And we know that Moff is going to follow because
we got a tracker.
Weird
alien who looks like a bad guy somehow was the bad guy.
I'm trying, and just for the people that are listening this long, that race was in Star Wars Squadrons, which is a brand new video game that came out a couple of months ago. It's on sale right now for Black Friday. For those who are listening, half
for
off,
all you
$19.99.
Fucking gamers out there.
And I would suggest picking it up. It's a lot of fun. But anyways, it's in that race is in there, and I want to know what the hell that race is called, and I can't find it. But it's kind of creepy looking, So definitely sinister.
I think that same race was in Rise of Skywalker.
I don't remember.
I think he was yellow.
I don't remember.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
But how close do you think I'll be to being correct?
I don't know. They keep throwing us curveballs, to be honest with you.
Yes and no. I
I'm
feel like
on
it's
board.
been just predictable enough.
Well, we didn't see space spiders coming.
That's not what I mean. I mean like the actual I guess the beef of, or the meat of the plot.
Yeah.
Towards the end of both the first season and this one, I'm sure.
More.
I feel like it's been just predictable enough to where like you and I can theorize on it and predict it, but also just enough curves to kind of keep it just fresh enough.
Right.
I suppose.
I'm not against what you said. I think that's pretty well laid out.
That's how I
know
could see it happening.
I know you might not say that you have nerdgasms, but I know you do, and you get a really wild imagination, so I can see where you're coming from.
Right.
And when you explain that, I could see it in my head. The only difference I think that's going to happen...
Because Ahsoka's going to come in doing some heroic shit just randomly, either in the beginning or towards the end of the episode. It's got to be.
What I don't...
She's not just going to be like, hey, guys!
Yeah, right. What I don't want to see happen is... kind of her sitting in a cantina or sitting in a
because
thing,
that's
and him just walk up and be like, I have something for you,
because
shut
my
up.
thought is Dave Filoni has to. I have to believe that he has a damn near perfect grasp on who she is and what she's been up to, been about,
right?
More than both of us combined 50 times over. I can't imagine if this character is going to have such importance not only later on the season, but I'm sure for the rest of the show until when and if she's killed off or leaves or whatever. I can't for a second imagine he's not going to have her introduced in a way that instantly makes us realize she's powerful, she's important, and she's cool.
Yeah, and I hope that they lay it out in some way, shape, or form that's like that without being a complete letdown, because we are fucking ready.
Because they haven't...
We are ready.
I know I say this every episode, they haven't shit the bed just yet.
So
but there's always time.
There's always time.
You can always
especially with
fuck
Star
it
Wars.
up. Yeah.
Especially with Star Wars. Thanks for listening so long. This was a longer one.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I'm excited that we're getting somewhere.
I was going to say, I'm sure as the season progresses, we're going to have more to say. I'm sure the finale is going to be a fucking beefy boy.
It's going to be a shit show.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
It's either going to be really good or I'm going to be over it and I'm going to be done.
Yeah, I just hope they stay away from the Shadow Trooper thing.
Now
Dark Troopers, I'm about.
Now all I can hope for is Cobra Kai Season 3. Thanks for listening.
Get out of here.
Cobra Kai, Cobra Kai.